The Vikings and Norse Mythology. In the annals of history, few civilizations evoke the same sense of awe and mystery as the Vikings, a seafaring people whose exploits and adventures left an indelible mark on the world. Originating from the Scandinavian lands of present-day Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, the Vikings were fierce warriors, skilled navigators, and intrepid explorers who roamed the seas of the North Atlantic in search of plunder, trade, and adventure. But beyond their reputation as fearsome raiders and plunderers, the Vikings were also a deeply spiritual people with a rich and vibrant mythology that shaped their beliefs, rituals, and way of life. At the heart of Viking religion was Norse mythology, a complex tapestry of gods, goddesses, giants, and mythical creatures that provided the framework for their understanding of the world and their place within it. Central to Norse mythology were the gods themselves, a pantheon of powerful deities who ruled over the realms of Asgard, Midgard, and beyond. At the head of this divine hierarchy stood Odin, the All-Father and King of the gods, who presided over wisdom, war, and death. With his ravens Hugin and Munin and his spear Gungnir, Odin was a figure of great wisdom and cunning, revered by the Vikings as the ultimate symbol of leadership and authority. Alongside Odin were a host of other gods and goddesses, each with their own unique powers and attributes. Thor, the mighty god of thunder, wielded his hammer Mjolnir to protect the realm of Midgard from the forces of chaos and destruction. Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, rode a chariot drawn by cats and presided over the realm of Folkvanger, where half of the fallen warriors were said to dwell. But Norse mythology was not just a pantheon of gods and goddesses. It was also a world inhabited by a host of mythical creatures and beings, from the mighty frost giants of Jotunheim to the fierce dragons of Niflheim. Among the most fearsome of these creatures was the great serpent Jormungandr, who encircled the world and threatened to unleash chaos and destruction upon it. Yet for all their power and majesty, the gods of Norse mythology were not immune to the forces of fate and destiny. According to Viking belief, the gods themselves were subject to the inexorable laws of fate, known as the Norns, who wove the threads of destiny and determined the fate of gods and mortals alike. The stories of Norse mythology were passed down through generations of Viking storytellers who preserved the myths and legends of their ancestors through oral tradition. These stories were more than just entertainment. They were a means of preserving cultural identity, instilling moral values, and connecting the present with the past. Today, the legacy of the Vikings and Norse mythology lives on in the rich tapestry of Scandinavian culture, from the sagas and poems of the medieval era to the modern retellings of ancient myths and legends. Though the Vikings may have long since vanished from the world stage, their spirit lives on in the hearts and minds of those who cherish their memory and honor their legacy.